secure and everybody was nice and happy. But again, when you look at this wasn't actually a hack. I don't believe the CIA's computer systems were compromised in any way. The information that was provided appears to be so vast. It was done by an individual more than likely. It's not somebody remotely hacking in through the internet to CIA systems. It was an internal problem with personnel more than likely. CIA should be able to keep their own secrets. That's really what we're doing. There's over 1,200 that I've counted thus far, and we're just getting started looking at them. Hardware on the injection of code, the ability to take USB sticks and use different devices, TVs, remote monitoring of them, being able to turn on your, I think Samsung was one of them that they listed, that they could turn it on remotely, but it wouldn't put the power light on. So anybody in that room would then be discussing or talking and being monitored without their knowledge or consent. It's a great spy utility if that's what they're doing, which there's no reason why we wouldn't believe that. Discussing here, the fact that there's vulnerabilities in your iPhone, they're tapping into cars, they're tapping into home TVs, they're tapping into every device that you would carry that has a battery in it, basically. Because of that, it's so prevalent. There's just so many holes. If you're really sincere about your security and value it, you're going to have to use a third party to protect it. And those would include Solid, like MIT is working on, and Nomex, which my company is working on. The fact that there's vulnerabilities on your laptop, that's always going to occur. And as we've seen with these exploits and vulnerabilities, they're able to get in almost anything through a number of different channels. So they may not need to actually touch your phone. If they did, great, but they may not need to do that. They can remotely get in, they can remotely access, they can remotely update, they can go in through third parties that are injecting code in there. They can go to the different vendors' stores that you would use to normally download apps, and if a malicious code got in there, which has happened, then your phone has been compromised, even though you've taken all the steps necessary to protect yourself. And hopefully you as a professional would want to secure. If somebody is sincere about their security, they're going to have to take additional steps. You can't trust on these third-party providers, and especially cloud providers, to protect your data. If you do, you're going to be part of those big hacks that are exploited nearly daily now, coming out with not 100 people getting hacked or 1,000 people getting hacked, even millions. As we've seen through Yahoo, billions of people are being hit by these. So you need to take control of your data. The CIA as a whole, as an entity. And if this leak is real, which again, there's no reason to believe it's not, but if it is real, then they need to be able to control their own fences themselves inside, because if that information is it's going to be very difficult for the manufacturers to deal with this, because the CIA knew these vulnerabilities existed, apparently. Should be able to keep secrets. I mean, that's what we would trust them for.